Welcome our MU friends to our latest activity. We talk about English. In this talk, we will have 3 episodes with 4 special guests. The first episode is with Kru Marc, an MU alumni and also a fabulous English tutor that will make English way more easier and way more fun for everyone to learn. Episode 2, we will have 2 special podcasters as well as content creators of community podcasts, Kun Big Bun and Kun Ji. And our last episode, we have a very well-known YouTuber, Kun Pichi, #Stephen Oppa. I know you guys can't wait to meet them, so let's dive in together to see what they have to speak about English learning and global citizenship. The first guest speaker we have here with us today is a fabulous English tutor, which I believe many of you will recognize. Please welcome คุณครู Marc สวัสดีค่ะคุณครูสวัสดีค่ะ
Good morning, Thai. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Great, thanks. So I'm so excited to be here today.
I am too, and I feel so honored to have you on the talk, especially when we are going to address the importance of learning English as a part of being a global citizen. Okay, so I have 3 quick questions for you today. Are you ready?
I can say no, actually. They're like, okay, I'm ready. I'm totally.
Okay, so let me begin with the most basic, but actually is the key question of the talk today. The question is, in your opinion, why learning English is an important aspect of becoming a global citizen?
All right, so for me, I think most people might have mentioned about English as a universal language, as is spoken in many countries in the world, or it brings you opportunities like job or like career, but you or even like to understand signs in airports, for example. But for me, I think for Thai students learning English, you may not notice that learning English actually widens your points of view. I mean, like your thought, your ideas, or your attitude, like your mindset. I mean, like towards things around you. Like, for example, speaking of English, which widens your points of view, I mean, you actually open a new door, a big new door. You know what I mean? It's like, for example, when you learn English, you don't learn just about you don't learn just the language, but you actually learn the culture. Or because it's not your language, right? So you actually need to understand how English or American people think or how they live, what are their beliefs or what are their lifestyle, including their history. So you actually learn those things through the language. So I mean, for example, when you start learning English when you were in a primary school. In the topic of food, for example, you may learn burgers, fries, pizza, or like hot dogs, or even cereal. So that was when you realize that, oh, there are these kind of foods in the world, not just the world that you live in, like not just the world that you live in, which contains Ganghewan or Napit Kapi. So you just open a new world that okay, you need to, oh my god, this is like new for me. So you learn, you just like you just open a new door. And another example, as I told you that you actually learning English actually widens your points of view. To make it clearer, I'm gonna talk about pronouns. Do you know pronouns? Like in Thai, we have like a lot of pronouns which are used with different people based on classes in society, right? In Thai. So, but when you, for example, when you talk to your friends, you use these pronouns. When you talk to your teachers, when you talk to your parents, you use different type pronouns. But when you started learning English, it was the time that it was when you realize that, oh, when you speak English, people don't take social classes that seriously. So no matter who you talk to, when you talk to your friends, when you talk to your mom or your teachers or even the president, there are only you and I, like you and I. You just say you and I. So you feel the equality more. So now you just pick up another concept of your life. Oh, there are when we speak this language, the way you think about your life may change. Or what else? So it's for me, it's actually makes me to become an open-minded person because I don't adhere to just only my the ideas shaped by my mother tongue. So I have learned that okay, it's okay to do this because it's not something that is considered bad in my culture or in my language. Actually, it's okay in other countries. So it shapes me to become a open-minded person. Like, oh, we can do this. Actually, it's not wrong. Or speaking of ideas, so speaking of ideas, learning English actually provides you more choices of life. I'm talking about vocabularies. For example, how can you think of an idea when there are no particular words in your language? Let me make it clearer. So, I mean, when you need to think of an idea or you want to find like who you are or what you like, but in your country or in your first language, there are no specific or particular words helping you to find what they are. For example, gender terms. For example, gender terms. Gender. So it's like เพศใช่ไหมคะ gender terms คำศัพท์ที่ระบุเพศ so how can you know that how can you know that it's actually okay to be homosexual when your first language gives you only two choices, male and female? So once you've learned English, you may find out that oh, there are more genders than there are more gender terms besides male and female. So that's when you find out that okay, that was when you find out who you truly are, because you may not know okay, what am I? There is no like word describing me in this country. When you learn another language, there are words describing who you are. So you may have like more choices of life, like oh, this is me. I know who I am. I know what I want to do, even including like subjects or university programs. When there are no, for example, paleontologist. Paleontology คือวิชาเกี่ยวกับฟอสซิลอะเกี่ยวกับศึกษาอะไรอย่างเงี้ยซึ่งประเทศไทยน่าจะไม่มีไหมโบราณ
มีวิชาเขาเรียกว่าอะไรนะคะโบราณวัตถุอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะ
โบราณคดี
บอกค่ะหนูก็ไม่แน่ใจว่าเป็นวิชาโบราณคดีโบราณหรือเปล่าค่ะ
paleontology เหมือนแบบศึกษาเกี่ยวกับฟอสซิลเลยอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนี่นั่นเกี่ยวกับไดโนเสาร์เลยพอ vocabulary ของเราไม่มี I mean when there are no the particular words in our language you may not know that this is interesting, this is what you want to do. So when you learn English you actually receive more ideas out of your language.
I actually like that when you talk about like you and I term, because when speaking in English, I feel like everybody is friends. Like everyone is more approachable when there's just you and I. There's no like particular ranking, class words to like prefix. Yeah, I really like that. That's why I love English very much. Like I love talking in English very much.
It's actually
like I can say like an 80-year-old man is my friend because we're friends and we call each other by name. Like he called me Jung, I called him George, and that's like it's everything is approachable in English. That's what I feel.
Do you feel more comfortable to speak English when I'm comparing to speak Thai? Comfortable.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I agree. I feel more comfortable talking in English compared to Thai.
Even the
Mhm.
ending word based on gender ครับกับขา for me
Uh,
I don't feel comfortable to speak ครับ to say ครับ and ขา either. So when I speak
uh,
English, I feel more comfortable because I don't need to choose to say like ครับ or ขา
I see. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the perfect answer. You give every aspect of how to define English as the learning as the language that everybody should learn, or like how English can open a new door for
Yeah.
you in the global citizen being in the global citizenship. Next question is you are an English tutor. So what do you do daily for your job?
So, I mean, as an English tutor, so of course, English is a major part of my life right now, because as I have to speak English like a lot, like every day actually. So as a teacher, my job is not uh, to make my students become the like experts of English, but I have to make them feel free as you just study with me. I want them to feel free and safe, especially to feel safe when talking to me. I have to make sure that they are not afraid to make mistakes. They can say or share whatever they want to say without being judged. I want them just to feel free to speak English because they have to use it in their real life. So my job is not just to like make them pass the exam, help them pass the exam, but actually to show them how English is spoken in reality, including like when you speak English in their real life, nobody is gonna judge you about like grammar or like words you don't know, like something like that. And apart from my teaching, now we talk about English like in my life, right? So apart from my teaching, nowadays I still watch English movies and series or cartoons sometimes, almost every day, as learning is endless. So I need to like keep learning every day to learn something new and share to my students, because I mean, even in Thai, we have like new words every day. Like, so that means maybe learning grammar from books may not that useful anymore. It's still useful, but there are something new every day. So I need to like keep watching movie or series to learn to share some new idioms or vocabularies or like greetings to my students, to let them know that when you live in your real life, you are going to like see this kind of words or sentences. and and of course I still make mistake every day. Don't get me wrong, I still make mistake every day. So don't be afraid to make mistake, because when you make mistakes, you actually learn from them and you become better when you make mistake. So that's how English become a part of my life.
Wow, great. You actually answered my next question in advance.
All right.
Well, I guess there's only one last question left. So here comes the final question. Could you please leave a last message about English learning and practice for all Mahidol students who are watching right now?
So hi everybody. Please drink bubble milk tea. It helps you. It makes you happy. So I mean to my for me, when I see students out there, even I don't know them, I always assume that they are my students, always. So as a teacher, as I said, it is the topic is a global citizen, right? English as a how English is important, how English is important to for you to become a global citizen. So as I said, it's 2021. You are not just a Thai citizen anymore, but you are a global citizen. That means you are not going to just live in you are not going to just live in your small world or just stick or adhere your first language and culture. is the world is bigger. I mean, there are so many things waiting for you to explore in the world, and English makes it happen. So, I mean, what are you? So if you don't start now, so when? I mean, for those who are learning English, I have your back. Remember, I went to Thai school, boys' school, and but I was born. But I grew up watching American TV shows. I'm not afraid to like speak English. I don't care what people say. Listening is the key. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. Keep learning and practicing. Listening is the key. So try to watch English movies, cartoons, or series, and try to copy what you hear. Try to copy what you hear. Try to say what you hear from movies. Because we are not in a society where people speak English. So media are gonna help you. So, but it's very easy for your generation to like access to like media where people speak English. And the most important thing is stay away from discouragement. I know that some obstacle that you guys may encounter or experience is like encouragement. So, I mean, speaking of this, not encouragement. Speaking of discouragement is like if there are anyone or anything that stop you from learning English, discourage you, stay away. There's nothing to do with them. You don't need to care. Just ignore them. There's nothing to do with them. When you want to speak English, but someone try to stop you, what is the point of like listening to those people or those things? So my suggestion, stay away and keep practicing. You're gonna be keep practicing and in the way you enjoy. As I told you, watching movies. See, there are no teachers trying to like hitting you or like reprimanding you when you watch movies. You can spend your free time and enjoy the movies and learn words. So try to practice English in a way you enjoy, and trust me, you can do it because I can do it. And you're going to be amazed by what you are capable of. So that's my message to you guys.
Oh, wow, that's very great. I mean, I really do agree with you because it's 2021 and we have all the media and like everything in our hands. You can access to everything to reach out to learning English and to like have all the access to practicing or even talking to native speaker, like not just, well, you can watch, as you said, it's great to like watch TV shows and movies. And it's also great to start actually finding friends abroad as well. Yeah, that's what I really believe. And I see all my friends doing it. So I think it really helped. It really helps improve them. Right?
Yeah, totally.
So, well, very great last message. It was a great time talking to you. And I'm sure that by listening to you and your messages, our MU students have picked up inspiration and suggestions to start learning and practicing English and working towards becoming a good global citizen. So thank you very much, Kru Marc, for being with us today. And for all, we appreciate you so much. And for all our MU friends, if you enjoy watching talks and contents like this, please keep tuning with MU Science for more fun activities during this time. I hope everyone is staying home safe and healthy. I'll see you guys in the next talk. Have a good one.
Take care, guys.